It's 6 o'clock and we begin tonight with the family of a boy who was raped on a school bus that now is seeking accountability and also safety.
A federal lawsuit against the Jennings County School Corporation claims the bus driver and the bus monitor were negligent in allowing the 7-year-old to be repeatedly assaulted by a teen assigned to sit next to him. Rich Nye has been following this disturbing case for almost a year now. Rich is in studio with us. He's got new details.
Landon Doty was convicted earlier this month of 4 counts of rape and other charges, but this lawsuit says that school bus video shows even more attacks. Landon Doty was 15 years old last spring when he raped a nonverbal 7-year-old boy with autism on a Jennings County school bus for students with special needs.
Guilty.
But the criminal convictions are for just one day, one bus ride. The attorney for the victim says that bus surveillance video clearly shows 14 physical and sexual assaults between February 27th and April 16th of last year.
We think that it doesn't leave anything to the imagination, yes.
The lawsuit says the bus driver and bus monitor were first negligent by assigning Doty to sit next to the younger boy at the back of the bus to help keep him in his seat. Doty did not have special needs, but was on the bus for a behavior problem. The lawsuit claims that while the assaults happened again and again, the driver and monitor failed to provide supervision.
Your heart goes out to this little boy who the only thing he could do to call for help was to stand up. And the response was to tell him to sit back down and face more abuse.
In the middle, sometimes, of these things.
In the middle of the assaults, he was literally trying to get away and was told to sit back down to face his assailant.
The lawsuit seeks $10.5 million in compensatory damages, plus unspecified punitive damages. And the family wants school policy changes to protect students.
Safety going forward, safety for other kids in Jennings County, other counties around the state. I mean, this story has been reported all throughout the country. So certainly the parents are hoping that by coming forward, filing this lawsuit, policies will be changed in school districts all over to keep special needs kids especially more safe.
The lawyer for the school system did not reply to my request for comment today. The school system has until May 26 to respond to that federal lawsuit. Meantime, Landon Doty's sentencing has been delayed now until August. It was supposed to be on Monday.
Right. All right, Rich Nye, thanks so much. Well, tonight the jail matron in Clinton County who's accused of fraud, theft, and official misconduct is now out of a job. The Clinton County Commissioners fired Ashley Kelly. She's married to the sheriff who faces similar charges tonight. Prosecutors say they lied to Indiana State Police to collect around $50,000 in disability payments. They're also accused of misusing jail commissary funds in a separate case. County commissioners have also called on Sheriff Richard Kelly to resign.
Tonight, Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith is responding to what he called, quote, credible threats made against him and his family. This is in response to a story by the Indianapolis Star detailing multiple incidents in which threats against Beckwith were discussed. So we reached out to the Lieutenant Governor, who says he's aware of the threats and is working with police to get more details. A push for answers tonight from the family of a missing New Whiteland man. His body was found in a drainage ditch months after he first disappeared.
Forensic investigators with UIndy could not point to a cause or manner of death. As our Jenny Runovich shows us tonight, the man's family now hopes the public can help them find closure.
Well, one of the frustrations for family members is this area where he was found is busy, constant traffic. So now they're putting out one last plea that someone, perhaps a camera, saw what happened to this man. They're asking people to check old security camera video along State Road 135, where someone discovered Werner Gadshian's body in a drainage ditch in March. To look along Tracy Road and US 31, where he liked to walk and was last spotted August 31st, 2025. The 71-year-old likely had dementia, and now we've learned forensic experts found no evidence of trauma on his body. So police and family are stuck, not sure how he got here, not sure how he died.
Sometimes the smallest clue is, what we really need, and that could break the case. I mean, we're talking like roughly 4 miles from his house. So like, was he in the fields? Was he, how did he get here? I feel like that, to me, I would feel better about that, just knowing that we'd have a little bit more closure on what happened to him.
So if you do a check of your cameras, a check of your memory, and have information that can help, call the Johnson County Coroner's Office or Greenwood Police. In Greenwood, Jenny Runovich, 13 News.
It's warm. It is windy as well. Temperatures right now in the middle and upper 70s. We have 78 in Muncie, 76 in Indianapolis, but at times these winds are gusting near 40 miles per hour. We have a gust of 37 in Kokomo currently. Breezy but warm for baseball at Victory Field this evening. Temperatures will stay in the 70s, and we are forecasting a dry evening, but also keeping an eye on this thin line of rain and storms that is now impacting northern Indiana. This extends from South Bend into Elkhart, will continue to slowly push south. Low threat of severe weather for mainly hail. Future Track 13 shows that line of storms weakening just a bit as it moves from north to south. I'll continue the timeline and look ahead to more storm chances in the forecast.
All right, Angela, thank you so much. To the Indiana State House now, where Indiana's new homelessness law is set to take effect later this summer. The governor held a ceremonial signing of that measure this morning.
So this changes how police respond to people living in public spaces. Our State House reporter Emily Longnecker tonight has that part of the story.
Well, the law takes effect July 1st, and a spokesperson for IMPD says they're going through the law right now so they know how to implement it. Before the new law passed, police typically handled situations using existing local ordinances and general state laws, but didn't have a single statewide policy to follow. This new law gives them one. Camping on public property is now illegal statewide. Some departments like IMPD have officers assigned to units that deal specifically with calls involving the unhoused. There are 4 officers on IMPD's Homeless Outreach Unit. Before the new law passed, officers could call for mental health help for an unhoused person, but were not required to. Now, under the new law, police must assess a person's mental health and get them connected with services before deciding whether to make an arrest. IMPD issued a statement on the new law which said in part, quote, "Our homeless outreach unit, alongside our community partners, will continue its long-standing work, providing services and support to individuals experiencing homelessness. We understand that an arrest is not always the appropriate response to the complex issues surrounding homelessness, but IMPD will take law enforcement action when crimes are committed." At today's ceremonial signing of the law, Governor Braun said a new approach to the issue of homelessness was needed.
The purpose of the bill is not criminal action, but moving homeless Hoosiers toward social service networks to help them get needed services and stay safe.
Critics of the bill say there aren't enough beds and services to deal with the unhoused population, and more resources should be put towards that. The bill's author says that's something to look at next session when lawmakers decide a new budget. At the Indiana State House, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
We've got you covered when it comes to all the political headlines making news across our state. Be sure to watch Crossroads Politics. That's on our free streaming app, WTHR Plus.